In this video, I'm going to show you how to get rid of lower back pain at night for good. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, Dr. Rowe coming to you from SpineCare in St. Joseph, Michigan. In this video, we're going to go over easy exercises that can give both quick and long-lasting relief for lower back pain at night. When it comes to lower back pain while you sleep, a major cause is because we build tension and tightness in the muscles that support the back that isn't released before going to bed. So this tension just builds throughout the night and doesn't allow the back to relax, leading to pains and aches. So these exercises are perfect to do before going to bed to quickly reduce that tension, but also hopefully get rid of it for good. A note about these exercises, each one works just a little bit differently. They're going to target different muscles associated with lower back pain at night. To get the best results, go through them all, use what gives you the most relief. With that being said, let's get started. So let's start by targeting a muscle group that I personally think is the biggest instigator of lower back pain and discomfort. These would be the glutes or the buttocks. The glutes are a main stabilizer for the hips, pelvis, and the lower back. So we really want to make sure that these muscles are nice and relaxed while we sleep. So here's a really easy three-way stretch to target the glutes. Just lie flat on your back like this. What I'm going to do first is straighten one leg like this, and then the other side, the knee is going to be bent and the foot is just going to be placed flat right outside of the other side's knee. So it looks just like this. What I'm going to do from there is take the hand on the other side, hook the outside of my leg around the knee, and then pull my knee across my body, just straight over like this. As you do this, you're going to feel a really deep stretch form in your thigh, working towards the hip, towards the lower back, but really focus on feeling it around the outside of the hip into the glutes, and try to keep your back as flat as possible. In this position, it's usually a very deep stretch if you have glute tightness, and it usually feels pretty good. Try to hold this one for 30 seconds, longer if you're able to. These are pretty big muscles. From there, you're going to relax, and then you're going to repeat this a couple more times. And with each repetition, try to build into it just a little bit more. So a lot of people, this will not be a deep enough stretch. So if that's the case, this is how you can take it to the next level. Instead of keeping your foot flat on the outside of that other side's knee, you're going to have your knee bent at 90 degrees, knee up towards the ceiling. And then the movement is very similar. Just hook your knee right here and then pull that knee across the body. What you're focusing on this time around though is feeling that stretch into the thigh, into the glutes right here and towards the hip, but pull it just a little bit more until you start to feel it in the lower back. Once you feel that deep but comfortable stretch, then you're going to hold this one for 30 seconds, and then you're just going to relax and then repeat this a couple more times. But again, just make sure that whatever you do on one side, that you do on the other, just to keep everything in balance. So the next movement of the three-way stretch is going to be knee to the opposite shoulder. So what you're going to do, straighten one leg, the other knee is going to go bent. Take your hands, cup around the knee or behind it, whatever's more comfortable for you. You're just going to take this knee towards the other side's shoulder. So I'm taking my right knee straight across towards my left shoulder. You're going to notice that a deep stretch will form around the hip, but it's going to feel a little bit differently. It just targets the muscles, again, just a little bit differently. 30-second hold, you're going to relax, do this a couple more times, and then just switch to the other side and repeat. So the last movement of the three-way stretch, we're going to tie everything together. This is a modified version of what is known as the happy baby. So we're going to bend our knees like this, bring them towards our chest. We're going to take our arms and we're just going to cradle and cup our knees. Passively pull your knees towards your chest until you feel a really deep stretch form in the glutes right here, but working its way into the lower back. Once you feel that, what you're going to do then is just rock your whole body from side to side. What you're focusing on doing is really moving through your back and through your hips. Just kind of just wiggle back and forth. I like to do this roughly for about 20 seconds. I just relax and then I repeat this a couple more times. And again, with each repetition, just build into it. But focus on really trying to move through the hips, the pelvis, and the back to loosen everything up. But go through all of these movements. If you find that one just helps you out a little bit more, at that point, just throw some more repetitions in until everything is nice and loose. Here's a really good exercise that you can do before going to bed that can quickly reduce tightness and tension throughout the whole lower back and the hips. This is known as the frog rocker. You're going to start on all fours just like this, and I would recommend doing this right at the edge of a bed. That way you can get a really good grip into it with your fingers. From there, we're going to slightly take our chin towards our chest. You're going to take your feet, you're going to press them together, and then you're going to slide your knees outward as much as you can until you feel a really good stretch form on the inner part of the thighs that works towards the groin to the outside of the hip. Really focus on feeling a very good stretch on the outside of the hips. That way we know that we're targeting the glutes. From there, we're just going to rock our whole body backward like this. The more that you go back, the more that you're going to feel a deep stretch form in the lower back. Once you feel that deep stretch, you're going to hold this comfortably for 20 to 30 seconds and do nice, slow, controlled breathing. Just let out as much tension as you can. When you need a breather, just rock forward like this. On the next repetition, build into it a little bit more. Try to take your knees out to get a deeper stretch and then take your butt towards your heels as much as you can. If you would like to deepen the stretch in the upper back, just allow your chest also to sag towards the bed. It really opens up in between the shoulder blades. But I like to do this roughly about 3 to 5 times. To take this one to the next level, instead of going straight with it, angle your upper body slightly towards one side. So I'm just kind of taking my shoulders a little bit towards my left side, and then I'm going to rock back. What you're going to notice is it opens up the other side just a little bit more. So I really feel it on the right side of my lower back. This is great for one-sided lower back pain, but give that a try towards the left and then also towards the right. If you notice that one certain position just offers you more relief, at that point, throw more repetitions in. So when it comes to having lower back pain at night, a big overlooked cause actually comes from the front, especially with tight core muscles and also tight hip flexors right on the front of our thighs. Here's a really easy exercise to help with that. What we're going to do is start just lying on our stomach like this. We want to prop our upper body weight onto our forearms. Mine are roughly in a V shape, and we're going to try to keep the hips and pelvis flat, so don't lift up on them like this during this exercise. If you do have a tight core or tight hip flexors, you're probably going to feel a pretty good stretch in this position. And you just want to hold it comfortably for about 30 seconds, doing nice, slow, controlled breathing. Again, let out as much tension as possible. You can increase this stretch by lifting your chest upward like this, or decrease the stretch by lowering it down. So try to find that sweet spot. But I would try to do this for at least 30 seconds to start off with to help loosen up the muscles. But for many, this is going to be a pretty light stretch. So to take this one to the next level, what you do is you put your arms off to your side, or I should say your hands off to your side, roughly shoulder level, and then tuck your elbows in towards your side. And then you're going to use your arm strength to press up like this, lifting your chest and shoulders upward. In this position, you should feel a deep stretch over the core muscles going into the hip flexors. Again, don't lift up on your hips, keep them flat. This is known as a Cobra pose, a very popular yoga pose. I like to hold this one comfortably for 20 to 30 seconds, relax, and then repeat this a couple more times. And with each repetition, just trying to build into it just a little bit more. So if you would like to take the Cobra pose to the next level and add in a little bit of a twist, literally, you can do what is called the Scorpion. So let's get back into our original stretch of just going right on our elbows and forearms just like this. We're going to bend our knees roughly at 90 degrees, put our legs together. What you want to do is now rotate towards one side, moving through your pelvis and hips only. So what I'm going to do is just rotate over, lowering my legs down towards the floor. In this position, you're going to feel a deep stretch form in the lower back. Only go to the point where it is a comfortable stretch. Hold this one for 5 seconds. You're going to relax, and then you're going to repeat this on the other side. Try to do this about 5 to 10 times on both sides. With each repetition, try to build into it just a little bit more. If it feels like there's still some tightness left, Throw some more repetitions in until everything is nice and loose. If you want long-lasting relief for lower back pain at night, your main focus needs to be on strengthening the muscles that support the back and the hips. Here's a really easy combination exercise that you can do pretty much every single night before going to bed that will cover all bases. So what we're going to do first is known as the bridge. You're going to lie flat on your back. Have your legs roughly hip-width apart, knees bent, feet flat. Take your hands, put them off to your side for support. What you want to do is brace the core muscles first. It's kind of like if somebody was to poke you in your stomach, how you tense up. Mimic that and hold that to help support the spine. We're also going to clench or squeeze the glutes. From there, the movement very straightforward. Just lift your hips upward towards the ceiling until your body is in a nice straight line from your knees to your hips to your shoulders. In this position, you should feel a ton of muscles fire. The core, the lower back, the glutes, and the legs, everything that helps support this area. You want to hold this comfortably for 5 seconds. You're going to relax, and then you're going to repeat this 10 times. With each repetition, just try to build into it a little bit more. If it feels like you have a little bit more energy, try to throw in another set or two. To target the glutes a little bit more with the bridge, you can do what is called the clamshell bridge. So take your feet, put them together, and then kind of wing your knees outward. It's very similar to that frog rocker that we did earlier. You should feel a really good stretch on the inner part of the thighs, going into the groin, into the outside of the hips. From there, we're going to do the same thing. Brace the core, squeeze the glutes, and then lift our hips upward. But this time around, you're really going to feel it around the hips into the glutes. 5-second hold, relax. Try that one for about 10 times or as many repetitions as you like. So next, let's focus on the front. Again, how we mentioned earlier in the video, it's really important to also focus on the front, not only the back. So a really easy exercise to help strengthen the core muscles and the hip flexor muscles is what is known as the dead bug. So we're already pretty much into position. We're going to lie flat on our back. Our knees are going to be bent at 90 degrees and our knees up towards the ceiling. Our arms also go straight up towards the ceiling like this. I guess in this position it looks like a dead bug. The movement to start off with, if you would like to do the half dead bug, the easier version, is to take one knee, straighten it, lowering your leg down towards the floor. Try to have your leg as straight as possible, but the key with this exercise is not to let your leg touch the bed. Let it hover an inch or two above. In this position, you're going to feel the thigh muscles and the core muscles really start to activate to maintain this. Try to hold this one for 5 seconds, relax, and then repeat this one on the other side. Try to do this about 10 times on both sides or as many repetitions as you like. To take this one to the next level, you can progress into the full dead bug, which is a little bit more challenging. So let's lower one leg down and the opposite side's arm at the same time. So my left leg and right arm. You're going to notice that it takes a little bit more coordination to do this, and those core muscles are really going to start to fire. So give that one a try. But again, this is just a really good exercise that you can do every day that will help strengthen the back and the core muscles and hopefully give long-lasting back pain relief while you're sleeping. If the exercises help, please support the channel by giving this video a like and maybe subscribing too. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching.